Hello and welcome to our virtual celebration of the 2021 Acadiana Profile Magazine's Acadiana Trailblazers. I'm Melanie Warner-Spencer, the managing editor of Acadiana Profile Magazine. Thank you so much for joining us. This year's honorees include a group of talented, creative, and hardworking individuals making a difference in the Acadiana community. The Acadiana region is rich in history and culture, and its people are known for their irrepressible and entrepreneurial spirit. In this virtual celebration, you will get to know a little bit about each of our Trailblazers and how they are making a change throughout the region. Dickie Landry, musician, photographer, and farmer. Landry is our music trailblazer. Will McGrew and Drake LeBlanc, founders of Tele Louisiane, a French-language media company. McGrew and LeBlanc are our French Cajun culture trailblazers. Francis X. Pavy, painter. Pavy is our visual arts trailblazer.
First of all, it's home. I was born in Cecilia in 1938, and I spent some time in New York City, almost 25 years, and couldn't wait to get back to the good life in South Louisiana, where things are easy and lots of great friends, although New York was hard, lots of friends there, but it was good to be home.
Acadiana inspires me with the people in the community. I feel like the community in general goes through a lot of things, both good and bad. And I always am inspired by the way that we come together quickly and swiftly, usually for one common cause. And I feel like we always find like good rebounds, even through the struggles, especially coming out of a pandemic. So very inspiring for me is our community.
So many stories here to investigate and so many unusual things that I wanted to know about. The music, the food, the culture, it's very unusual, and there's always something to find out. And being a native of the area, I have connections to the area, through family and friends and such. So there's always something to do or find out about.
I guess it's that it's home. It's been my home my whole life, and I went away to go to graduate school for a short while, but that was about it. Most of my family's here. That's a big motivation. I love the nature here. I really enjoy wild places, and I think it's an exciting and interesting place to live.
Our ancestral heritage, where everyone that has come before us always had this attitude that we were undefeatable. We were always going to overcome. And even in our hardest times, we've always found a way to celebrate and unify by food, song, dance. And that's really important to me. And I'm so glad that spirit is still alive in this community.
I mean, it's in everything that I do each and every day. It's why I chose to come back after I moved away. I wanted to get in touch with my roots and be part of our amazing community, because there's no place in the world like Acadiana.
The culture, 100%. And that in many forms. I think it's my heritage, and the more I learn about my ancestors and how they came here. I moved to Southern California when I was 19, and for years before that, I tried very hard to distance myself from any Cajun cultural thing here. And I moved there and realized people thought it was very interesting to be a Cajun person, and I knew nothing. So when I moved back home, I really wanted to learn as much as I could. By far, I've traveled the country, the best place to be.
The thing that inspires me the most about the Acadiana region is the amount of ingenuity that lives here. You can look out the window and just see tons of people just making something out of nothing. And I think that's one of the things that makes us great.
For me, basically, I think the culture and community, they really go hand in hand, because it's the community. The culture is often what is at the forefront in discussions about what makes Acadiana so unique, but it's really the community of Acadiana that maintains the culture and keeps it alive.
Jim Foray, arborist, certified expert witness on horticulture and arboriculture in U.S. District Courts, and instructor at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Foray is our conservation trailblazer. Ken and Andrea Verone, restaurateurs and owners of Cafe Vermilionville. Ken and Andrea are our culinary trailblazers. Matt Stoller, owner of Stoller Inc., Fine Jewelry Manufacturing, and founder of Parish Proud Community Beautification Organization and Initiative. Stoller is our philanthropy trailblazer.
My real choice for all, in terms of my favorite Louisiana food totally, which is also eaten in Acadiana, is oyster po' boys, oysters. But in terms of Acadiana unique food, boudin, without a doubt.
It's a toss-up, I guess. I'm kind of like a fish and shrimp po' boy type girl myself, especially, here in this area. But because we're in the middle of crawfish season, I would definitely have to say I'm a bald crawfish enthusiast.
Crawfish, always. My maternal grandfather was a crawfisherman his whole life. And so I grew up eating a lot of crawfish. And I think it's just in my genetics to love crawfish all the time.
It's going to be crawfish because I think it's just so unique to our region. You can't really get it. You can get it in other places. Crawfish grows in different areas, but we really honed in on the boiled crawfish, right? It's so much fun to sit around and eat boiled crawfish, drink a good beer, hang out with your friends. It's just something that you can't do anywhere else.
Down, it has to be boudin, and a close second is crackling as well. And every place that we visit pretty often has their own flavor and the way that they like to do things. I find a really discerning thing within the crackling market. Whether the seasoning or salt and pepper or however they go about preparing it, crispiness, crunchiness, texture is a big part of it, and of course all the wonderful aspects of boudin. We're very lucky to live in this area, and all things boudin is all us.
Any local seafood. Prepared by my mom, who's not with me anymore, or my wife, Paula. Paula's a great cook. My daughters are pretty good, but my wife's the best. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them I said that.
I guess if I had to pick one, I guess it would have to be gumbo because it's a staple. Everybody makes it. I enjoy making it, and there's so many different variations, and people have since everybody can make it, most people make it, and there's usually some kind of dialogue about how they make it or the variations on how they make it.
My favorite food. This is literally the most difficult question that anybody could have asked me in my life. Strong tie between shrimp and grits and some form of turkey necks or turkey wings. Both of those I really enjoy from restaurants and from family and friends, cooking at home.
Favorite regional food is, of course, is Cajun. In fact, right now I'm cooking some beef stew, and I do my crawfish etouffee, the jambalaya, the gumbos, frog legs, turtle, alligator, ducks. The list goes on. We live it.
Megan Arsenault, founder and owner of Hawks Boil Up and Hub City Cycles. Arsenault is our business trailblazer. Sarah Gauthier Roy, founder of Theater Acadie, where aspiring young actors learn the local dialect. Roy is our performing arts trailblazer. Teresa Ridgway, technical program manager at Google and computer technology and skills advocate for children. Ridgway is our education trailblazer.
Weekends, I used to love to go and hear music, but for a year and so, I wasn't able to do that. So I've been going to the farm every week, well, just about every day, and especially the weekends when my daughter is off from work and I can spend some time with her. And jump on my tractor and bush hog or do any farm work that has to be done.
Ironically enough, is to work. I have a lot of fun with my business partners, such as Will and the other members and team members of Tele Louisiane. And we just I feel like we do so much work and there's no 8 to 5 schedule throughout the week that we end up spending a lot of personal time together as well. So just going out with them, trying different food, of course, is always like first thing we want to do is when we're meeting or decompressing is go try, a new food joint. So all of that is tied into with dancing. I love dancing. When we go out and get to dance, whether it's with strangers or with each other, I love getting the chance to cut a rug to some good old fashioned Cedric or Jordan Thibodeau. That's like the best nights ever.
My favorite thing to do is to meet interesting people. I always enjoy meeting people with the different ideas and different slants of culture. Basically, people that are culturally connected, I particularly enjoy meeting with.
I like to visit family and friends. If it involves food, that's even better. I like to share food with people, and I also like dancing at La Poussière.
We have quite a few hobbies, I'd say. I mean, we love to travel. We love the outdoors. We love music, participating, playing live music and dancing and all the good Cajun things.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that Ken's a professional musician.
Oh,
He hates for me to tell people that, but he's played music since he was like 8 years old. So we are music enthusiasts, and that is a big guiding force in what we like to do on the weekends. That's been at a halt for the past year or so. We still have live music at the restaurant, which is gives us a sense of normalcy, and we love it.
What I love to go do is see live music. I like to go listen to a band and check them out and enjoy, like, pre-COVID dancing. Like we actually have music at our boil up right now, and it's just so much fun to be part of our community and dancing and interacting with people. And we just have such talented people here. So my favorite thing is to go watch some music with my friends, dance, cut a rug, have a good time.
Any live performance I can witness with a group of people is probably the best. And if I can bring my kids, that's even better. So that's theater or music or art walk or whatever I can do to watch people bring joy to other people's lives.
I'm a person of very few words. I'm an introvert at heart. So on the weekends, there's not really anything that I would say I would necessarily go out and do other than like spending time with family. I have sisters that I'm very, very close with. I have a host of cousins. So this pandemic has made it very difficult. But if I were to go out and do anything, it would probably be spending time with them or my immediate family, which I have a husband and 4 kids. So it's usually just like wrapped up in blankets, watching movies on the weekends.
My favorite thing to do is go to festivals, really. Obviously you can't do that every weekend with COVID. It's made it a little bit difficult, but that's one of I think, having moved back, Drake and I have both lived away from Louisiana for parts of our careers, and then we moved back. Having moved back, I realized that's one of the things I appreciate the most, and that is really not present as much in other regions of the United States, where almost every weekend there's a festival related to our culture, at least one, if not multiple.
Thank you for joining us in celebrating the individuals making a difference in our region this year. Though we could not celebrate in person, we hope to join in celebration soon with these Trailblazers and those we honor in the coming year. You can find a current copy of the April 2021 issue of Acadiana Profile magazine on newsstands now and at acadianaprofile.com.